Hello and welcome to my video on the Game Maker's Toolkit Game Jam 2025. As you probably guessed by the title and the intro, I recently participated in the Game Maker's Toolkit Game Jam that happened last week and decided to make a video on how it went for me, the game I made, and some of the feedback I received as well. I'll also be revealing the rating and stuff at the end of the video, so stick around if you want to see that. The theme for this jam was loot, and I immediately started trying to brainstorm an idea for the game. Previously, when competing in game jams, I've always gone either too simple to where the game isn't much of a game, it's not that fun, or I've gone too big and complicated to where I can't finish the game in time for the end of the jam. So this time I decided to try and keep the game simple, but that flash game / mobile game kind of simple, where it's a fun little game but not as complex as something you'd play on PC or download from Steam. So I still wanted to be entertaining, but not enough that I couldn't finish it or it would confuse the player. I also decided when I heard the theme that something about a time loop or any kind of loop like that would be too common theme for people to go with, so I wanted to try something a little different as well. I was struggling for a while to come up with an idea. While on a call with my brother, he made a comment of, "You weren't going to make something weird again like weapon dating," which is a reference to another game jam I participated in, where I made a weapon dating game, and it didn't go as well as I wanted it to. And somehow this gave me the idea for loopy paper planes. The original idea was that the player would be controlling someone using a hang glider, and it would be caught by the wind, blowing out a loop as you try and avoid obstacles. But as you probably tell by the gameplay in the background, this didn't stay like this, as I quickly realised I'm not strong enough at making art to make a person or a hang glider, so changed it to be a paper plane instead. This also made it a bit easier when making obstacles for the player to avoid, as there isn't much that paper can survive compared to a person, and it's more fitting for the theme that I was slowly making. I also made a realization that when I was making my game and building it out, the build of the game ran a lot slower than me playing in the editor, which led me to having to make builds to test the game a lot more frequently than I would normally, which, although benefited with making the game more fun to play, I felt kind of slowed me down a little bit. But I eventually got a decent playable build going, minus some of the art, and just a playable demo. And I got some friends and family to test it, which led to receiving the comment of, "No offense, but this is one of the best games you've made for a game jam," which, although hurt a bit at the time, was also good news to hear, which it means the game was actually fun to play, which is what I want. After this, I quickly made some art, found some peaceful music, which credits are in the description for, and also on the game page. I made some sounds for the balloon and when the paper plane crashes, and also added some clouds to the background just to add a bit more of an atmosphere and make it a bit more interesting just as blue. I then made the itch.io page and the art for that page and submitted the project, I want to say about a day early, which I kind of regret now thinking about it, because I feel like I could have made some smaller adjustments or extra bits of gameplay to make it a bit more interesting, but I'm still overall happy with what I did in the time. By the end of the jam, I got 62 ratings and a lot of comments as well, and some feedback, which I'll read a few off now. I'll talk about a few now. So quite a few of them were commenting on how nice the concept was and how simple and fun the game was, which is exactly what I want to hear and exactly what I was planning for, a small fun experience, which is good. I also got a comment, I think I got 2 comments actually, saying that they were happy that I made the balloon pop, which I can't not. And a couple comments also said the game was good, but they were wishing it had a bit more complexity, with one player suggesting some extra layer levels or power-ups, which is definitely something I'm considering for future updates for the game. Overall, my highest rank was in creativity, which I placed 4,431st out of the 9,645 entries, and that got a score of 3.145 out of 5. And my lowest being narrative, placing me 7,617th out of the 9,645 entries, with a score of 1.613 out of 5. The other three categories being enjoyment, audio and artwork, placing between 4,600 and 5,774, and scoring between 2.742 to 2.548, which I will show a image of the ratings on the screen if you want to look at those. This is definitely the best I've done for a game jam, especially a Game Maker's Toolkit game jam, as last year I only got 6 ratings, which means I got 10 times that this year, which definitely an improvement, and I don't feel like I did better this year. And I'd like to take the final moments of this video just to say thank you for Mark for hosting this game jam and doing it every year. It's a lot of fun to do, and it's nice doing it every year to see how much I've improved during that year, which this year I definitely feel like there's been a big improvement. So I'd like to thank him first and foremost, and I'd also like to thank anybody who played or rated my game during the game jam, or if you're going to play it now, thank you. And if you do want to try it out yourself, there'll be a link to its itch.io page in the description of this video. Thank you for watching this video, and please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.